You're live. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. And it's going to be a massive game today. What are we talking about? Literally, what are we talking about? Let me switch screens and we'll get straight to it. But welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm going to go over to the other side, which is the dark side, where I can't see anything but the studio. So looking at it. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. This is going to be, in my case, a match of damage control. I know the team, I know Martin, I've talked to the team players many times, as you know, and we will be talking to Vancouver FC extensively in the Canadian Premier League season this year as well. I have really cut all ties with Calgary FC. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to be professional, but I've cut all ties, and I'm now literally just hitting up Vancouver FC, since I have done the last 2 years, but I'm going to be talking to the players and the team this year. Let's get into some of the stuff that I want to show you first of all, but I'd say this much. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Take a look at that beautiful picture there. It's the match day. Now that's the stadium. A lot of people think that this is going to be played in the Azteca. It's not getting played in the Azteca. Not at all. Not at all. Angus, how you doing, fella? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm doing great, mate. I'm doing really good. Looking forward to the match, but I've got to tell you, I think this is more than damage control. I think that Vancouver can get something out of this. If they can keep this score under 3-0, that will be an achievement. And also, the physical nature of the last match. CRUZ AZUL, especially Dita Verhita, well, they demolished a few people on the field. But we're going to go through a lot of stuff. But is it damage control? Or can we beat 3-0? Oh, there's some lovely Rosie Lee, slang for tea. I've got some tea going on. Now, first of all, Vancouver FC fans, Canadian fans, we're going to get to some Canadian news before we get to the match. We're going to get to the lineups. We're going to get to all that stuff. And literally got 10 minutes before the kickoff, roughly. Now I want to show you, moving that one aside. We're going to get that one aside, guys. And we're going to bring something else in here right now. This is for the likes of Vancouver fans and Langley fans. Take a look at that picture. Another competition. A cup competition where Vancouver FC made it to the final in 2025, losing 4-2 to the Vancouver Whitecaps. Great game. Great occasion. And that's what this match should be for Vancouver FC. Purely a great occasion. There is no doubt in my mind that CRUZ AZUL, Blue Cross, will go through over 2 matches. They've got a 3-0 leg, which is massivo. It doesn't get any better than that unless you're winning 4, 5, 6, yeah, obviously. But 3-0 on the road. Massivo. Vancouver, will we even get a goal? That will be something special. If we can get a goal, that would be special. But it's literally backs against the wall time. But looking at that TELUS Canadian Championship for 2026, May 10th, 3 p.m. at Willoughby. Langley against Vancouver FC. Now, Vancouver FC, as you know, or maybe you don't know, is in Langley, British Columbia, the township of Langley, BC. They're going to be taking on Langley at Vancouver FC's ground in Langley, May 10th. Get a load of that one. But hey, Championship, Cup team, they did well last year. Maybe they get to do well again this year. And this really does, this CONCACAF level really shows you the difference between the first tier and what I've said about the Canadian Premier League, with all respect, because these guys play their asses off. It's a great league, and it's building all the time. But when you look at other leagues that have been building for over a century, per se, and they have all that historical data on all the players coming through, going out, the scouts who go and look for the next new talent, they've been doing that a lot longer. Hence, their streets ahead. Give it 10 years, then where will the Canadian Premier League sit then when playing against Major League Soccer clubs, top Mexican MX Liga clubs, or even teams in throughout CONCACAF? Yeah, it's going to be interesting in 10 years' time. But yeah, the competition. Also, one little thing for fans of Vancouver FC. Take a look at that image. Now that to me is real smart marketing and promoting off the back of a CONCACAF championship going in to the full season. Very smart. That promotion there, I tell you now, I've seen a lot of promotions in Canada, a lot of promotions worldwide, a lot of promotions through FIFA, Everton, River Plate, and a few other clubs that I've been with. But that promotion there, a seat and a scarf, that's well worth it. That's well worth it. And those scarves are on literally up until February 18th. You can only get them till Feb 18th. I'm going to be in touch with the club, and I want one of them scarves. I'm going to be talking to Chow Maura, or Chow Cunha, who's in charge of the media down there. It was Caitlin last year. It's now Chow last year, end of. Chow moving forward, so big up to Chow if you're watching. But I'm going to be in touch with you, my friend, because I want one of those scarves for in behind me in the scenes. Yes, absolutely. So there you go, another little piece of information. And also the last piece of information, Angus says, maybe USL Championship 2 barring an MLS merger. Yeah, that's a great point. Maybe USL Championship 2 barring MLS merger. You know, that MLS merger, that's not really ticking the boxes for everybody, but it's ticking the boxes for people lower down, right? Obviously. I mean, you want to grab Big Brother and pull yourself up on his shoulder and get to that level? Absolutely. Or Big Sister, if there's any ladies watching. Not to make it, just a man's world, because it's not a man's world after all. James Brown said it was a man's world. Maybe it is. I can toy with that one. But yeah, great point, Angus, great point. Maybe USL Championship 2, barring an MLS merger. I like that idea. Obviously, here's one for Vancouver FC fans. Yes, Michel da Silva. Interesting. Is the Canadian Premier League a feeder system? I say no, because we're third tier. The big clubs are looking second tier. They're not looking third tier unless you are genuinely somebody who's well above your stature in a lower league. So I say that. That's something to think about. But we're not a feeder league. Definitely not a feeder league. This league has its own identity. It really has its own identity. The fans across Canada as well, now they're picking up on this. They too have their own identity as well. So I say this much, Canadian Premier League, very positive outlook. But again, I'm going to say it, when you play the big boys, reality kicks you right between the legs. It really does. What I want to do now, just to take that drone flight to you pretty soon, but De Silva is going to Palmeiras up on your board. It's a loaner deal till the end of the season, as you can see. And then there's going to be money passing hands if he stays there. I find it very ironic that he's going at the start of the season. Lance Wildwood, Lance, how you doing, fella? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Been a long time since you called me out. Much love to you, brother. Much love to you as well, Lance. Big part of the beginning phases. Lance has been with us at Ultimate Soccer right since the word flow and go. Absolutely. Way to go, Lance. Way to go, Lance. Angus has been there a long time too. A lot of people getting in here. So get in here and push it around. But yes, Michel da Silva probably going to go to Palmeiras. Probably going to stick there. Who wouldn't turn it down? The one thing I want to guard you against, though, it's till the end of the season. If it doesn't work out, watch for that to come back home. Literally, that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't turn out, watch for it to come back home. What I want to show you right now is a drone flight over the Cuauhtémoc. It's not the Azteca. A few people thought tonight it was going to be the Azteca. It's not the Azteca. It's Cuauhtémoc in Puebla, which is right on the edge of Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City. Right on the edge of Mexico City. Big, huge area. Puebla. You want to see the stadium? I say let's take a look at it. So there you go, Cuauhtémoc Stadium, beautiful stadium. There's going to be a lot of atmosphere in there tonight. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a big game. But yes, I thought you'd take you on that one. And now, just before we get to the highlights, what happened in the last match? Do you remember? Can you remember what happened? Well, I remember Hita, Mr. Dita Rahita, smashing people all over the park. But take a look at the highlights, because I think you really probably would want to. I'm going to just move this around for you. We're going to take a look at the highlights from the last match. Callum there not making the best of parries. That should have been past the post. And look at the setup for Morales. Easy push home, 2-0. So 2 easy goals to kick it off behind the 8 ball straight away. But the keeper should be pushing that around the post, don't you think? Don't push it back into the mixer. And this one, absolute beautiful finish. And he slices it, spins it under Callum. But look from behind the goal. Again, I think Callum really, he probably would say, I could have done better when you see it now. Take a look, sliding in the near post. Goalkeepers don't like being beaten at the near post. They don't like being beaten at the near post. Absolutely not. So, we've wound you up. We've taught you what's coming your way. We've showed you the last appearance. We've showed you the stadium coming in. And you guys are jumping in. And Angus says, does Puebla have the same altitude? Si, senor. Yes, they do. Absolutely. Same altitude. It could be 1 or 2 feet higher. But it's about, that's all it's going to be, yeah? So I'd say yes, absolutely. Lance Wildwood, I drank tequila with the head cop of Puebla. And he passed out first. That's amazing, mate. That is amazing. Angus is laughing his ass off too. That is amazing. That is amazing. At T2S709, CRUZ AZUL versus LAFC. Come on in, my friend. It's Puebla. It's in Puebla. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well done. Well done. Well done. Good to see people keeping things absolutely right. And that's important, right? Just like pronouncing someone's name or getting the stadium right, you want to know someone, how they exist, what they're about, get the names right, and also enjoy the game too. So we're waiting for the game to get coming. It's coming soon. But again, on this one, I have to say, I enjoyed immensely the first match. Immensely. Vancouver FC, I've been in the stadium, I've been down there, I've been in the post or the press box, as you saw in the last game. And I got to say, do we still have that up there to show you? Just let me have 1 second. I don't think we do. No, it's all been passed out. But we're still waiting for the game. But that match, the atmosphere, listen, Canadian Premier League, slowly building with the fan base at Willoughby over the last 3 years. It's important that that continues. You got Vancouver Whitecaps in your backyard. If they were to leave Vancouver, then Vancouver FC would be the biggest team in BC after just 3 years, starting now. That's quite amazing. The financial speculation between Vancouver Whitecaps, can they stay 40 million in debt, etc., 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 will sort itself out over due course. I don't see the team moving at all. I think that would be the hugest black eye. And you consider how long Vancouver Whitecaps have been in Vancouver, yeah? 86 is all the way through. I can't see them moving. I think that would be the biggest black eye that Canadian soccer would ever see. So no matter what it takes to keep that club there, they need to do it. They also need to sort out the finances. Because when you're that far in debt, don't count on the crowds paying it off. Because the crowds will not pay it off. Going into Puebla, Cuauhtémoc Stadium. I'm looking at the blue, CRUZ AZUL, getting ready for the match. Doesn't seem very full right now, but I'm sure it's going to fill out as the game goes on. But there's Puebla, written on top of the stadium, just to let you know where it is. And that does not look like the Azteca. No, it's not. Cuauhtémoc. Big stadium, very big stadium. They're only lighting up down below the roofs. And there we go, Canadian team ready on the floor in white. Vancouver in white. Brand new Hummel kit tonight. First time you're going to see that. Was the first match against CRUZ AZUL. Going into the chat, and bring your chat all through the game, guys. CRUZ AZUL fans, Blue Cross fans, Vancouver FC fans, VFC fans. Bring it, bring it, bring it. Quickly going to deliver to you the lineup picture. Take a look at that while we're going through, guys. I will keep you posted. But there's the lineups as we're starting. Enjoy both the lineups. As the guys are coming on, in goal, Callum Irvin, Parish G number 2, Maury Dona. Maury Dona played a decent game last time out. Matteo Campagna can do better. Matteo didn't have his best game against CRUZ AZUL last time out. He will be looking to bring a big game. Damanio Pasile, I was impressed. Tieno Bar, always impressed. He brings it all the time. Lewis Toomey had a great match. Moamisi was a little bit of a handful at times, but needs to be a bit more physical. Marcello Polisi, new guy coming in, also very impressive. Kian Proctor, coming on later on, was a handful too, could have had a goal, was physical, made things happen, and Vancouver had a better second half than first half, as we said they would at half-time in the last match. And finally, number 30, Tom Field up there. We have an all-women referee team. What do you think about that? Are you a fan of women referees, linesmen, and fourth officials? Are you a fan or are you not? You can voice your opinion here. This is all about fact-finding. So don't forget, tonight's match, all women referees. I like to call them referees because they are referees, yeah? Let's see what they do. In general, there's a couple of referees in there, women referees in there that I do recognise. Only one, and I'm not going to name names. I won't pick names. I won't pick favourites. Only one have I seen at a high level do a decent job. So let's see how they match out. But the pressure's on the women to get it right. And I'll tell you now, not everybody is impressed with a full women's lineup of referees. Like I say, you either love it or you don't. And again, Fernandez is up top. Montano, Paradea, Campos, Marquez, Romero, Morales. Morales scored last time. Fernandez scored last time. Rodarte, Garcia, Dita, and Ochoa again in net. Dita, number 4. Dita the hitter, as I call him. Let's get ready for the match. Back into the chat. So the altitude is the same in Puebla. No worries about that, Angus. No problem. CRUZ AZUL versus LFC. One more time at T2S709. Bring all your comments, guys. Angus says, Don Garber seems to be pressuring the Whitecaps. Also wants to get rid of the BC play. Yes, I've heard about that. What do you think about that? It's as if they want as many clubs in the USA as possible in MLS. We've only got 2 in Canada. We can't lose it. So let's see what happens. But you're right, Don. He is going to be looking to change things around. Dita the hitter at halfway, saying he wants that half. Looks like there's a couple of heads down low. The woman referee is talking to him. She likes to talk. This one likes to talk. I'm going to tell you that. She's a talker. She's going to talk to the players all through the match. She's going to try keep the game under control. So watch her talking. And also, I'll tell you now, you will see some of these players have pissed off faces when she's lecturing, okay? I'm just telling you, get ready for it. Don't get excited. Looking at the VAR room, let's hope VAR can save our bacon. Oh, yes. But I'm very surprised how empty that stadium is, but I'm not overly surprised since CRUZ AZUL's 3-0 up and they're already through, apparently. Let's see. I'll put it to you this way. I watched a championship match a couple of days ago. Southampton taking on Leicester City. Leicester City were 3-0 up at half-time. Southampton came back 1-4-3. 90 plus 6 minute winner. That's not going to happen here. But if it did, oh my life, I'd be ecstatico. I would. Into the chat. And we're going to go into the chat all the way through the first half. And into the second half. I'm watching the game right now. I'm going to keep you enthralled. If you're not watching and you're listening, I'm going to paint pictures to keep you involved, okay? Angus says one more time, just a second. Let's bring that up again. Thank you very much. Angus says, the turf at BC Place is atrocious. Yes, it has been. I walked on that pitch for a few times over a few years. And I'm going to tell you, once I walked with David Beckham. I'm not kidding you. And the field was atrocious then. It's always been a nightmare. You cannot play a World Cup match on that field as it's existing right now. You can't. You really can't. And yeah, Don Gerber seems to pressure Vancouver to get out of there. If they are qualified, I have no problem. Yeah, absolutely. Let's enjoy the game. It's not going to be anything else but a surprise. Are we damn-con? Is it damage control? I tell you what, there is a fair measure of damage control that needs to be done. Vancouver kicking off all the way back. And it's going to be long and simple out of the back, I'm telling you now. Headed forward. Going all the way to Ochoa. Takes the time, slowing the ball down. Eventually picking up the ball. 45 minutes to go. Let's see what happens. Dita now on the ball. Back over to Ochoa. Stroking it out to the left side of the field, still round the penalty box, tic-tac-toeing out of defence, moving forward. Very smooth. Throw-in coming up to CRUZ AZUL, Blue Cross. Get the throw-in. What do you think Vancouver players are thinking right now on this field? Do they think it's a bridge too far? I see Tieno Bar on the left side, and I think that's his strongest place, to be honest with you. He can cut in, use that right foot, strike on goal. But again, I would put it to you this way. The fitness between the two teams is where the key essentials are. The last match, CRUZ AZUL in their season, playing their season, no problem so far. All of them players like an oiled machine. And a very classy oiled machine too. CRUZ AZUL, top team, top team, top team. Not going to say it for no reason. They are a top team. Vancouver, we're just starting the season in a couple of months. We're getting a pre-season kick around now. Our season finished months ago. You can be training, but there's no replacement for a full match. You get your full match fitness. So right now, you've got to say, this is a pre-season type training match. And if I was Martin, I would use this to absolutely push every player to the limit, see what we can get out of this game, but at the same time, construct a solid squad for the start of the season. Now, if he can do that, using these games, you're turning out a better team to start the season. I'm looking for a decent season from VFC, Vancouver FC, the Eagles this year. I'm looking for a better season. They're getting better every year with each kick of the ball. Coaching now didn't work out too well with Afshin Gutby, but now under Martin Nash, massive ex-Canadian national team player. Things are looking a lot better. Ball should be going left. It does go left on the edge of the box now. Cross coming in, cuts inside, cuts outside, takes the cut, cuts back inside. Terrible, terrible, terrible. A little bit of panic stations by both players, both defending and on the forward side. Panic stations. There's Martin, the governor, Martin Nash, head coach, Vancouver FC. Lovely fella. So humble, it's unbelievable. He can crack the whip, don't kid yourself. But he's humble. Typical Canadian. Humble, good-mannered, well-behaved, and knows his game. Total lovely man. In North America, not many people show up for matches outside of the weekend. That's a great point. Another point, just as we're talking, is these World Cup tickets. These expensive World Cup tickets. And don't give me the $60 BS. That doesn't number in the millions. That's a FIFA damage control project in itself. But the tickets for the World Cup, weekends. Would you believe you get charged more for a weekend match at this 2026 FIFA World Cup than you do for a week match? Did you know that? You do now. Great tackle, sliding tackle coming in, ball all the way down the field now. Amisi running. It's going to be a two-horse race. And out for the throw-in. Liga Mexico club not taking any chances, keeping it safe. Two-horse race coming in. Well done, my son. Keep it going. Straight away, Vancouver looking to make things happen. Proctor now with the throw-in. 23. He's got Bar open. Bar's looking for it. He's running around. Doesn't get it. But he's still in that part of the field, waiting for the pass. Nice play. Vancouver coming up with the ball. Nice, swift. Police needs to be a little bit quicker with that one. One second, let's get that out of the way, guys. There we go. Sorry, I didn't realise I'd put them up there, guys. In North America, not many people show up in the week. Absolutely going back to the game, sorting things out. Ball going out, and it's a goal kick. It's a little sad to see nobody in the stands, but I tell you what, this game really is not going to excite many people. Just saying. At T2, I'm going to call you at T2. 709. Or what do you want to call? What do you want me to call you? At T2 or 709? Or I can call you the whole thing. Are you attending the World Cup in the USA? I'm looking to, but I'm definitely attending the World Cup in Canada. Absolutely. In fact, Vancouver or Toronto, it doesn't matter which one of the two I go to. It really matters not. And I've been to both. And I'll be looking to go to both again. Vancouver's a place I have done a lot of media work, as in BMO Field, as well as Commonwealth Stadium up in Edmonton, which used to be such a hotbed for Canadian soccer matches, which is really now turning into I hate to use the term, but a soccer wasteland. They're not putting anything in there. Yeah, you can tell me about the Uzbekistan game coming in June. I will be going to that game in Edmonton. You can tell me about that. But that's one match. One. Uno. Eins. One. BC. BMO Field. They get more. They've even got matches going into Quebec. And they are deserving of matches in Quebec too, just like Edmonton as well. But I understand you've got to spread it around. Ditter on the ball now, coming out of the challenges, passing it off. And CRUZ AZUL looking to build another slow attack. If I was Martin, knowing what we've got, there's two ways to play this match. You can go full frontal and go at it, or you can be very defensive-minded and only have the counter-attacks. I think the smart thing for me to do, counter-attacks in the first half, keep it tight, great tackle again. I'll tell you what, Vancouver putting the boots in on the ball tonight. Great tackling. Low down, fair, and we're no messing around. And again, I'm going to point back to the physical nastiness, the nastiness of CRUZ AZUL, especially that guy on the ball right now, Ditter, the hitter. The over-the-top physical nature that he and a few others, but more importantly, him, Ditter, the physical stuff that he brought down on Vancouver players in Willoughby. I tell you, I'm going to bring it up again. He got one of these. He needed one of these. Absolutely nasty. Nasty. You don't have to be that nasty when you're playing against fellow professionals. Great tackle in there. Come on, my son. Get in there. Lovely tackle one more time. Down injured. Man coming down. Don't touch me. Get your hands off me. She likes to touch people. Now watch the lecturing. Watch the touching. Who the hell she thinks she is? Referees don't touch her. That's twice she's touched him. I know she's done a lot of matches before, but you know what? Don't touch the players. Keep your hands off the players, please. You don't touch the players. Brilliant tackle. Second one well late. Absolutely. Remember what I said at the start of this? Reaction from the players to her? It's happening. They don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate that talking. If you've never played the game, you wouldn't understand what I just said. The players do not appreciate the talking from a referee. Especially the touching. You're not allowed to touch the referee. The referee's not allowed to touch the players either. It's that simple. So keep your hands off the players. Good coming in. Nice collection. Callum Irving. Callum looking for a better match tonight. Releasing the ball up top. Dino Barno up to halfway. Going down line. Not a great pass. That's going out. Great tackle back. Wins the ball. But it's very tight. There's no space at all. No space at all. Just one moment. There we go. Thought someone was behind me. Again, CRUZ AZUL coming down the left wing. Back into the middle. Coming over to the left side. Ditter on the ball. And I hope I've made it clear that Ditter the hitter is a physical nasty at times. Ball going out. Bit of a battle now on the sideline. Nice skill turning on the outside. Looking for the cross. Going down the line. Should have put the cross in. Goes out for the bouncer. Tommy Field, ex-Cavalry FC. Decent defender. Can play your midfield as well. No nonsense kind of player, no nonsense kind of person. Just very straightforward kind of guy in his approach to the match and in life. Corner coming up. 10 minutes in, 3-0 aggregate. A few more bodies are getting in the stadium, and you can see up in the corner the curver. That's where the flags are. That's the ultras. They have to be there, don't they? They have to be there. Corner coming in. Header in. Oh, I tell you, there was a massive chance there. That should have been in the back. Looking for the holding on the shirt. Begging the referee for a penalty or a foul. Nothing doing. Angus McWhirter. FIFA has priced me out. I'm going to read that again. Angus McWhirter. Like millions of other fans, FIFA has priced me out. Thought about going to Kansas City, but it is insanely expensive. I'm going to read that again. Angus McWhirter, like many fans, says FIFA has priced me out. Thought about going to Kansas City, but it is insanely expensive, Mr. Infantino. That man has done more damage to the world of football in short time than anybody I can remember. Literally. And here's the thing for you. If you go to my Twitter account, Ultimate Soccer on Twitter, there's a little verb and blurb on that one that you might like. It shows you some prices of the tickets as well, and that's recent. Very recent. I also ask you as well with Infantino, do you want a 32-team World Cup or a 48-team World Cup? It should never have been changed. CRUZ AZUL on the left wing, on the edge of the box, looking to get something happening. Very patient in the build-up. More so patient than when they were in Willoughby. Going all the way back to Ochoa. Someone needs to get that ball and chip Ochoa. That would be the crowning glory of chipping the modern-day sweeper keeper. And I've got a funny picture coming up in the next video that I do. That will be, I believe, Wrexham away at Bristol City on a live watch-along again. Wrexham, Bristol City. I've got a really funny photograph coming up that you need to get to that show to see about two goalkeepers. That's all I'm going to say. CRUZ AZUL now. In front of the penalty area. Moving forward, looking to penetrate. It's coming in a blue wave. It's walking on the edge of the box. It's going all the way through. Back to Callum. Callum clears. I tell you what, nicely intercepted. T2S. Hey, T2S. I'm giving it. That is lovely, mate. T2S, and T2S says 32. I'm with you, my man. I'm with you. I'm with you. 100 pro. I hope T2S is a guy and not a girl. If it is a girl, I'd say sorry. But a T2S, loving that, mate. But T2S, you're right. You're right. And 32 team, brother. On the money. On the money. Oh, I love the World Cup. Matteo Campagna down with a big back to the chest. Take a look, take a look, take a look. Yeah, well, you know what? You can have a word with that. But 32 team World Cup T2S. That's where I'm coming from. That is the perfect number. You know where the groups are. Yeah, you got 8 groups like you always had. No 12 groups of minnows. No guests coming that really can't bring a World Cup experience level. And how many blowouts are we going to have? How many stadiums are going to look like this one here? Puebla, right now, empty, empty, empty. Matt Angus says, FIFA has priced me out. Thought about going to Kansas City. But it's insanely expensive. It is. It is. It bloody is. So, yeah, I hope you're taking that one in. 32 teams. That's what I'm saying. 48 teams to me is total madness. Total madness. Absolute madness. Just going to check up on a line here, guys. We want to check the volume. Anybody hear any audio bleeds? Let me know. I'll sort it out. But right now we should be good. Again, CONCACAF Champions Cup, 15 minutes in. Vancouver going down the left wing. No foul, and well done, Bar. Free kick coming up. Yellow card coming out. Dita the hitter going into the book. Dita the hitter getting what he needs. Well, yeah. Dita! T2S, LOL, laughing his arse off. Degrading the World Cup, especially in the USA with those prices. It totally is. Why are they ripping off the fans with such High prices. What about fans that got to travel, got to get a hotel, taking the kids? Look, here's a number. One of the cheap games in Vancouver would be $360 for the ticket. Now, you take your family there, you're over $1,500 for your 4 family members. That's you, the wife, and 2 kids, boy and girl. Perfect family, right? Who can afford that? Is there not a world recession on? What are they trying to do? Drag all the money up to the top from us peasants? Because that's what it looks like. I know I'm making a fun out of it, but holy moly. What are they trying to do? Take all the money off the ground level and leave us with nothing so we can't ever afford to go anywhere again? It's too expensive, and I'm not saying boycott it. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying do is watch it on TV. Watch it on TV. Get your own concessions. Have your chocolate bars. Have your beers. Have your rum and cokes. And have whatever you need in your own backyard at your own fair price in your own time. You do that. Apparently, you're going to save yourself a mortgage because FIFA want you to go and get a mortgage to come and watch a football match. So you've got to sell your house to go and watch a football match at the World Cup. Again, I'm making it exaggerated. But ladies, don't waste your money in them stadiums. Waste your money on you. Waste your money on your kids. Waste your money on your fun that you can control. That's what I'd say. So therefore, watching it on TV would be a prime thing to do in Canada. I'm going to say One Soccer would be the channel you need to go to. They're doing a fantastic job. They're going to do a fantastic job during World Cup. And if you're Canadian, that's your number 1 channel. That is your number 1 channel. If you're around the world, other TV stations, and I've worked with a few, then you can go check them out. But save your money, guys. Watch it on TV. You'll be far happier. You'll have no expenditures, no travel, no second mortgage. You'll be able to live after the World Cup instead of being broke. I can't imagine how anybody is going to pay them prices, but people are. But not all the seats are sold. And I'll tell you another thing. Do not look at the 2% or the 4% allocation of tickets per match that are still available. Don't trust them numbers. That's marketing. There's way more tickets to be sold than 4% of a stadium at most of those matches, even now. So it's up to the fans to barter or hold FIFA to ransom. Back into the game. Campagna taking a physical match tonight. Looks like he's in a bit of pain. Taking a knee. And Matteo is a tough character, let me tell you. Oh, yeah. I tell you, hit by his own player. Theo Bar gets him. The ball gets him. He gets a double winding. Watch that. Oh, I tell you. Theo didn't mean that. It's Vancouver literally surviving a moment. But Matteo is in a little bit of trouble there. When you see Matteo Campagna looking like he does, you know he's took a big hit because he's a tough nut. Spoke to Matteo a few times, interviewed him many times. Lovely guy. But when you see him grimace or in pain, you know he's took a big hit. He's a tough guy. Ball coming all the way back. Cleared at the last moment. Coming up to halfway, coming back again. Down the line. Nice place. Push him through or keep the ball. Let me see on the ball now. 2 on him right away. Does well to go past 1 but can't go past 2. But does well. I tell you, Vancouver's really doing well with the high press. But they want to be careful not to be caught out with one quick counter-attack down the left side. Watch the left side. In you go, son. Tell you, hit it on net. Hit it on net. Well done, well done, well done. Slowly but surely, Vancouver are getting in the final third. Maybe scraps. But maybe one of those scraps can turn into a goal. And if you look at Forge FC last night versus Tigres, it was great up until the later stages. And Bobby Schmurniartis literally was saying sorry for the tactical errors. Take that for what it's worth. That should be a foul, referee. Absolutely. The one thing she does do, though, is she calls a good game. So like I say, some of the players don't like the attitude from her. And that's a man-woman thing, obviously. Some guys can talk with the women refs, some guys can't. But when she starts lecturing, a few of these guys will have an issue with it. You've seen it so far. Not everybody. Keeper gets a good foot on there. Good that he gets that on time. CRUZ AZUL moving forward. Free kick coming up. Foul. No foul. Man down. I say that's a foul every day of the week, and I think the referee's got that way wrong. Way wrong. Way wrong. Absolutely way wrong. Watch the video. CRUZ AZUL absolutely furious with that. You see the left foot. You want to look at the right foot. That's a scissor-style tackle. You might have touched the ball, but you're going through the man. Not very clever to do that. 20 minutes gone. Martin's looking quite happy. Proctor's doing a good job. Is the man out? And again, Paradea not having it with the referee. Not impressed with the referee. Again, touching the players. Hands on the players. Can't stop touching the players. Get your hands to yourself. A referee like this is enough to get CRUZ AZUL off the seat. Let's put it that way. She's going to make them excited if she carries on. Let's put it that way. Which could be a nice tactic for Vancouver FC. As long as it stays 0-0. What's letting CRUZ AZUL down tonight is this field. This field really is not the best either. I'll say this one thing. Number 6, Basile, is literally working his ass off to get a place on this team for the season. Picked in, new guy. I tell you, so far, the new guys picked up by Vancouver in the off-season by Martin Nash, Rob Friend and the guys upstairs. They've done very well. Lovely through ball. Not going to make it, but nice idea. On the edge of the box now. CRUZ AZUL tic-tac-toeing, going out for the corner. Indeed. Going out for the corner. Tommy Field trying to make it there. Just clears the lines. And what do you think about the new Hummel outfits, guys? Canadian Premier League Hummel outfits. What do you think of the new outfits? I think they're really striking. I don't say they're any better or any worse than Macron. I'm not going to go that way. I'm just saying they do look nice. Curling ball in. And Callum nearly fumbles again. Gets a second bite at that cherry. Keeps a hold of it with dear life. I hope he doesn't push it back out to the mixer again. He did it twice in the last match. 2 goals came from that. And obviously the third one sliding under him. CRUZ AZUL doing the 5-and-5 tactic. Look at the 5 up front. Look at the 5 behind. 2 teams of 5. New era football. New era soccer. 2 teams of 5. Ball going down the right side. That's the beauty. Keep running. Keep running. Fight for your life now. On the right side. In the corner. Has the ball. Crosses in. Didn't look. And Amisi needs to be going and not anticipating something coming through. He's hesitating. He needs to anticipate that coming through. Callum nearly has that slip through though. Watch again. Nearly has that slip through. Yes, he's clutching that ball for dear life. CRUZ AZUL now moving over halfway. 24 minutes gone. Moving the ball from centre to left flank. Just inside Vancouver territory. Very slow. Literally snail pace, passing it into his own half. T2S says, LOL degrading the World Cup, especially in the USA with those prices. Also says, empty stadiums. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be an eyesore. And I tell you what, America deserves a better showing at the World Cup than possible empty seats and high prices. They need to put on a spectacle. If you look back at 1994 when the World Cup was in the USA, it was a spectacle. Forget about Diana Ross and the rest of that. But it was a spectacle and it went beautifully. Right? Everything the Americans do, they do beautifully. Marketing, promoting, how the stadium's laid out. Apple pie and big boobs, man. America does it better than anybody. Anybody. Corner coming up, 25 minutes in. CRUZ AZUL, left side, ball coming in on the penalty spot, going past, going out. That's way too long. Fighting for it, goes all the way through. It's coming up. Vancouver throwing. Not the best corner. Quite surprising, actually. Didn't even hit the target. Proctor now 23 with the ball throw in. We've got a few more individuals coming into the stadium, but not too many. Not too many. Ball down the line. Ditto wins it on a yellow card. Hopefully he picks up another yellow card. It would be lovely to see an unmanned advantage for Vancouver. A lot of off-the-ball stuff going on. And I'm telling you again, CRUZ AZUL are going to erupt in this match if they don't get protection. Watch it happen. Donald and Infantino, best friends. Absolutely, T2. S, absolutely. Donald and Infantino, best friends. 100%. Oh, I tell you. Watch this again. Who's looking at the ball? I'm going to tell you something now. That, to me, in dead numbers, looks like a headbutt, not a header on the ball. And he got the timing very wrong. It didn't look like a clinical header. It looked like a headbutt. And he just misses the timing on the ball. And someone who gets headed on the side of the head, that's going to bang you around. You're going to be a bit dazed. Let's see if someone gets taken out. Angus says there must be 10 empty seats to one seat. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd say maybe 100. Now, if they were playing at the Azteca, I don't think it makes a bigger difference, but there we go. We've got a bit of a cut on the forehead. Not big enough for stitches. Nonetheless, it's getting a little bit out of hand. I've watched these games before, and so have you. There she is. I want to touch the whole world. Keep touching people. Can't keep her hands to herself. Unbelievable. She's touching everything, eh? Now he looks like a tough nut. Look at that headband. Back to the olden days. Nice. You can't have blood on the field, apparently, as you know, so you've got to keep it covered. And if his shirt was red with a bit of blood, they'd bring him a new shirt. Ball's live. Vancouver looking to do something, and let's hope we can have football for the rest of the match with no long breaks like we've had so far. Vancouver now moving down the right. Another free kick coming in. You're going to make this game calm, physical, referee. You're going to make this turn on its head. A passive game is going to erupt. Blue, CRUZ AZUL, not impressed. Not impressed so far, I'm telling you now. Coach is not impressed with the referee either. Ball should be channeled out to the left, but it's not going to get there. And again, CRUZ AZUL clearing the lines, keeping it safe at the back. Very much in control of the match. Very much in control of it. I don't think you could see either way. Left side now. Coming over to the right side. And eventually goes out for the throw. Proctor keeping it nice and tight on the right and on the left of his channel. On the left side of defence in midfield. Coming up to 30 minutes. The 2025 CONCACAF Champions Cup winners in blue right now, looking to go on another cup run in Champions Cup. CONCACAF Champions Cup. Will they? Will they defend that title? I dare say there's a few teams that will give them a bit of a hard match. Watch this tackle. I tell you, and another one. Big tackles coming through, now going the other way. Lovely play in midfield, but he hasn't got the strength to beat 4 players, has he? Has he? No, he hasn't. But he beats 3. Look for your partner, buddy. Look for your partner. Press and move. Press and move into space. CRUZ AZUL now on the ball. Ditta now. Again, seeing lots of action on the left side. Rolling it out to the left. It's all very, very slow right now. That should be a Vancouver ball, but it's going to be a CRUZ AZUL ball. Again, Proctor having a great game. I think what you're also seeing in this match is with Vancouver as well. Okay, keep your hands to yourself, lady. What you can see in this match as well is that Vancouver are meeting the level. Where in the first half they were literally exposed a lot of the time, they're not being exposed now. They're actually meeting the level defensively in their own half. In attack, that's a different story. That's quality. That's where you get Thina Bar running through the middle for a shot on goal. Ball over the top now. Very nice. Coming to the far side. Could be a shot on goal here. Takes a touch. Nothing doing. Weak to the ground. Falls down. Well played. Vancouver bringing it out. Thina Bar cannot get that one. But nicely defended. But again, 31 minutes coming up. So far so good. Vancouver FC, no goals against. No goals scored. But no goals against. Very much a similar match as we had in Vancouver. But CRUZ AZUL are moving the ball slower than when they were in the cold. I guess in the minus conditions, which was +6 at the time, they were a little chilly and they wanted to run around and keep the ball going, so they keep circulated, keep warm, and stop those muscles freezing up. Throw-in coming in. Right side of the field one more time. Deep in the Vancouver half. Looking to tic-tac-toe their way across the goal line, and it's just not going to happen. Too many passes in too short positions. You need to be very lucky for all of those to come off. I tell you what, great tackle, but it has to go through the man. Dona now going down the right side. Must go with pace, but has no support. Ball coming back in the midfield. All the way back to Mateo on central defence. Through to the right, left side. Goes to Proctor. Beaten by the ball. And it should be a Vancouver throw-in. We've got a man down. I believe Fernandez is on the floor. Could be from that tackle. Might have rolled his ankle. But Mateo Campagna has been in the battle zone tonight. Has had to bring the body each step of the way. And so far, Vancouver is standing up to this physically very well. Better than in the first half. Much better than the first half. They're really standing up, doing a top job. I think he might have rolled his ankle there and also took a bang in the head. Let's take a look. As we're closing in, they're icing down his cheekbone. Icing down his head. Gets a smack on the arse. Get up, son. Come on, Gabriel, you're fine. Fernandez doesn't seem to be too pleased with the smash on the head. Is in a bit of discomfort. Let's hope that's not too bad for him. Bit of a knock, but again, Mateo Campagna has been a bull. I like that one, Angus. There must be 10 empty seats to one seat, to one fan. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to up that. I'm saying 50 to 1. I'm going greedy. 50 to 1. At least 50 to 1. But the curver, the corner there where the ultras are, that's quite full. The flags are flying. But they got to be there, yeah. They got to be there with the flags. Ball headed out of defence. CRUZ AZUL picking up the scraps on the edge of the box. Shot coming in from long range. No, takes the touch. Wants to pass off. Does pass off. Great defending again. Vancouver FC fighting for their lives. Trying to keep the goal away from happening. Trying to keep it 0-0. Again, CRUZ AZUL moving the ball slowly, very delicately. Picking the lock carefully. But too slow will bring in a surprise or two for CRUZ AZUL. If they drop the tempo, then in come the failed passes. In come the passes too long, too short. In comes the runs that don't happen. And then it starts to build. And keeper calls, gets the ball. Free kick coming up. One more free kick coming up. Mateo Campagna can't believe it. Looking away, looking at the TV screen. Morales scored in the first half, looking busy again here in the second half. In the Cuauhtémoc Stadium in Puebla. Callum organising the box. Needs to have a big game. Again, last time out wasn't the best for Callum. Didn't have a captain's match, but let's face it, hopefully he's playing the captain's match. Dona's seen something. He's running out on the edge of the box, trying to do the marking. It's too much talking by this referee, by the way. There's too much talking. It's like, is this kids' soccer? Really? Way too much talking. Let him set up. Let him play the game. Let him play. She's got no business being in there right now. Got no business being in there right now. You're upsetting the flow of the defence. Stop interfering with the players is what I'd say. No business being in there now. Ball in. Great, great, great shot. Still alive. Danger, 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 Vancouver. That could have been 1-0. Again, sloppy hands by Callum Irving. He's looking to catch it and wants to parade or punch. Shot coming in. Blocked again. Ochoa now takes another touch. He's had nothing to do. 36 minutes in, Ochoa is living a charmed life. Nothing to do but watch a game of football. Good for him. Angus McWorth, the Champions Cup matches, has a lot of Saudi adverts. Does it ever? Does it ever? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you wonder. Ball through. 1-0. Yep, there you go. 1-0, CRUZ AZUL. Number 18 gets in there. Bit of an opportunistic goal. Callum Irving needed to race off his line. He didn't race off the line. Leaves all the space in behind him. It's a nice little tickle ball in through. 1-0. Callum didn't look too great on that one. There's the first goal of the match. 4-0 aggregate. Let's get to the scoreline and get the sauces done. But yes, 1-0, we've got a scoreline. And I tell you, no surprise. No surprise just yet. But 1-0 it is. Got to be very careful with this one, what I'm doing, because I might wreck the whole screen if I don't get it right. And that would be quite hilarious, wouldn't it? Bang, there you go. I'm having a laugh with you guys. I'm having a laugh with you. That would have been lovely if that would have been 1-0 Vancouver, yeah? I'm just kidding with you. I'll make it right. There you go. CRUZ AZUL, 1-0 up on the night. And I tell you, late goal coming in the first half. Would have been nice to keep it at 0-0 till the half, but Ramiro, 18, gets the go-ahead goal. Sloppy, beats the back line easy, a little tickle ball through, not ideal, but there you go, 4-0 aggregate, a goal down. CRUZ AZUL will be quite happy. They've got the go-ahead goal. But again, yeah, Angus, Champions Cup matches, has a lot of Saudi adverts. I was looking at that the other day and I was thinking, well, you know, there's the great footballing nation of Saudi Arabia and Qatar, yeah, and World Cups and all money, 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 T-money, money, money. Money rules the world. It always has done. It's never going to be any different. Gold as well. But in the football terms, beautiful cross, beautiful cross, beautiful cross. Watch this now on the edge of the box. CRUZ AZUL crossing up, gets the give and go. Cleared one more time. Buzzing around Vancouver's box all night. Ball over the top now. To the left side. As soon as he brings that down, he's going to be surrounded by two players. Can he go for speed? Keeps possessions. Done very well holding the ball. Now keep possession in that part of the field. Go the full right side. Move forward with the ball there and then clinically find your right winger. One-on-one, one-on-one. Inside. Give and go. Moving it inside. Moving it inside. Theo Bar won't get to that ball. Not the greatest of pass. Too nervous when we're in the final third is what I'm saying. Vancouver are too nervous in the final third. They just need to relax on the ball. And they'll get something going. Callum Irving, captain, VFC, picks up the ball at the back. Strokes it back out. Doma on the ball. Back to Mattia Campagna. Proctor now takes a touch, moves it forward. Gets it back. Trying the impossible, and that ball is definitely not going to be made. He keeps it in. That's incredible. First time shot. Hit it on net, son. Hit it on net. Nice save, but I tell you what, man down, man down. VAR's going to look at this. VAR's going to look at this. Now, last night, Tigres, Forge FC, there was a penalty decision. VAR. And when that referee came out, you could tell by his body language. Juan Calderon, you can tell by his body language. Look at my face. That's what he looked like when he was pointing, when he came out from the VAR and said penalty. Thierry Bar, I'm going to say Thierry Bar has been physically abused over 2 legs. This is going to show him what it takes to step up to the next level. It's a great lesson for Bar. Drop ball for Ochoa. Amazing. Amazing. How you come to that decision. Shake the world. CRUZ AZUL moving the ball on the left side, trying to come up to halfway. Don't get up to halfway. Chinabar picks it up. Lovely tap off. Ball down the line. What can he do with it? Keeps it in play. It goes out of play. Can't keep it in play. Goal kick. CRUZ AZUL. We'll see how many minutes of added time we got, but it would be a lovely event for Mr. Bar to have that ball at his feet, edge of the box, and apparently beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, and then slide it in. I'm talking utopia, but it would be lovely for Thierry Bar to get a decent shot on target, even a Misi. So at least test Ochoa once over these 2 matches. Really test him. There were lots of great pressure moments in the second leg in Willoughby for Vancouver, where they really came into the match, but they just couldn't get it over the line. Try as they wanted to. It just wasn't happening. Ball through the middle again. There it is. That's 2-0. That's 2-0. No, it's not. Wow, what a waste. What a waste. Offside anyway. But wow. Little bit relaxed, I'd say. She knows what she's doing, doesn't she? Absolutely. She's got the flag. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. There you go. Just a foot offside. Bang. She knows what she's doing. Well done, lineswoman. Well done. They don't just call the offside, you know that, but that's a great call. But when the game's moving so slowly, it's quite easy to see that there. Take a look at the CRUZ AZUL Ultras having fun over there. Good on them. Good on them. I hope they have a fantastic night. Ball through now. Keeper's going to come and collect. And again, nice try. Proctor needed to balance that header a bit lightly. Tino Bar now going in. Well done, Tino. Stand in front of him. That's it. Well, he can do that. He can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. He can stand anywhere near the referee or the linesman or the players on the field. There's no law against standing against anybody on the field. CRUZ AZUL moving forward, looking for the second goal, looking to kill this tie-off really quickly. Going through. And a great tackle. And Mateo gives him some afters as well. Well done, Mateo. And we've got Canadian fans down there, Vancouver fans, well done, well done, well done. Well done to you going down there. As few as you may be, enjoy it. And listen, there's not a full stadium, so the pressure's not on. Pressure's not on. 43 minutes gone. Empty Cuauhtémoc Stadium. It's a beautiful stadium, but it's empty. 150 seats per fan in the stadium at least. Unlucky off the post, I tell you. Luckily, could have been a fantastic own goal there. Unluckily, headed against his own bar. But again, still stays at 1-0. That would have been a little unlucky. CRUZ AZUL sucking everybody to the right side while the left side just drains out like an empty bath. Waiting for that ball to slide in there. Watch this go. There you go. There's your empty bath. Loads of time on the ball. Vancouver's got a stretch now apart. Ball coming in. Back up right there. Keeping possession. Giving the 1-2. Cutting inside. Lovely play. Ball over the top. Great skill. Oh, I tell you, sliced by Campagna. We are living dangerously on the edge of the box, and that's way over the top. But I tell you what, Campagna, the crossbar 2 minutes ago. Hey, I tell you what, we're trying to kill ourselves. And we're staying 1-0 down. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Watch this. Nearly the second goal. Comes off the top, hits it. Comes down off the post. Phew. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. 4 minutes to go. Should have been more than that, don't you think? Vancouver now on the edge of their box, playing with fire. Lifting the ball to the far right side. Stays in. Well played. Keeping possession. There's no space. There's no time. Ball down the line. CRUZ breaking again. With speed. Coming inside. Lovely play again. Going out to the left side slowly. Keeps it in play. Does he put the cross in? 1-on-1 now. Goes past with ease. Cross coming in with ease. That should be 2-0. And it is. And it is. And it is. What an easy header. What an easy header. And Callum, again, I got to say, so close to Callum, you got to be coming for the cross or literally diving for that save. Take a look on the rebound. 5 goals, 2-0, aggregate, 2-0 half-time right now. Not too impressed with the keeping of Callum at the moment. He can do better than that. You got to be reading the play, but I tell you, 2-0 for number 18 on the night. He's loving it. Callum should have been coming for that cross near post. Should have been coming for that cross. And watch the flat feet. Watch the flat feet. Flat feet. He's not on his toes. He needs to be on his toes. Flat-footed. When the cross came in, flat-footed. When the header came in, he's got to be on his toes. Romero, 2. Vancouver FC, 0. 18 has 2 goals on the night. Looking for the hat-trick. Coming close to half-time. Ball going out for the throw-in. It will be a CRUZ Azul throw-in. Angus says, when MLS teams play with midweek matches, only one side of the stadium has seats, standing areas available for supporters. Yeah, absolutely. And it's what I say is that what they should do is put the cameras on the far side. It's a mistake that a lot of clubs make. If you put it on the other side, it looks like there's more people in your stadium than actually is. Vancouver now moving down the right side. Do we get the cross coming in? Trying to build the play. Inside, well played. Coming free now. Cross coming in. Far side. He'll get the touch. Keeps it in. Vancouver now moving with a bit of confidence and obviously offside on the play. It may be 2-0. But it's reality. What will the scoreline be at 90 minutes? How many more will CRUZ Azul put through? Someone needs to go down the line that doesn't move down the line. I'll tell you what. Inaction causes you to hold the ball when you don't need to hold it. Last minute of the first half, 4 minutes of added time nearly up. We'll get to the halftime show pretty quickly. I'll take a 5-minute break as well, leave you with the starting lineups, and then we'll talk about changes coming in when they do. But it's coming close to halftime. 5-0 aggregate, as you can see. I did see maybe a 3-0 scoreline as the start for CRUZ Azul tonight. It could get as heavy as 4 or 5, okay? Just guard yourselves against that. 4 to 5, possibly. Maybe more. It all depends what CRUZ Azul want. Remember, they've got a league season, and they're deep in league season. They don't need to expend energy on a match that is already done. Thus, they're going to keep the slow pace when they need to, save energy for the next league match. Because this is in the books. This is done. It doesn't matter if Vancouver score 4 goals in the second half, which they won't. This is in the books. The 2025 CONCACAF champions, okay, are moving to the next round. Last time they played a Vancouver club, it was Vancouver Whitecaps in that final. In the 2025 CONCACAF Champions Cup final. It finished 5-0. This is Vancouver FC, and it's 2-0 at half-time. Okay, there she is, hugging the player again, touching the players again. I tell you, I've never seen a referee touch so many players in all my life. And you know why that is? If you've played the game, you'll know what she's doing. It's a slight, I'm going to use a really unusual term. It's a cowardly tactic, okay? And what I mean by that is that when referees start smiling at you, getting close with you, being friendly with you, simply because they're making calls that are unpopular with you. When they make those unpopular calls, yeah, by touching you and smiling at you and being nice, they're hoping they'd buy favour. It infuriates me on the field when that happened. But this referee is hands-on, everybody. That's even worse. You're trying to buy favours with the players, which is infuriating the players. It's not what you're trained to do as a referee, is to touch or make people feel good. You're there arbitrarily as one official to stay unbiased, impartial and invisible. The best referees in the world are years back. Colina and co, years back. The modern referees, they haven't got it. They have not got it. Years ago, referees, and I'll say, go back about 15 years, and you move forward, those referees don't exist. And the big referees now, they all make huge, massive, wrong calls, not just VAR, not just the EPL. By the way, Sweden doesn't have VAR. Did you know that? Did you know Sweden doesn't have VAR? They don't. They don't. They don't. So, just saying. But like I say, when you get a referee that's touching you, being happy with you, trying to, change your day, they're buying favours. They're just buying favours. And I think that's categorically wrong. Watch the second half to maybe be a little better, but I don't appreciate referees touching me when I played, because we were not allowed to touch them. It was made very clear as a player, you don't get handsy with a referee, and this referee is all hands on all players. Now, you imagine this. You imagine this. If that referee was a man, and this was a woman's game, which I have commentated, and this was a woman's game, and he's touching the players, or he's touching females, women, what would you think then? Okay? What would you think then? So I'm saying she needs to keep her hands off the players, stop buying favours, and just do a great job. The calls have been fine, but you're buying favours by touching and being handsy with people, and I don't really think that needs to continue. Angus McWhirter says she must not be very successful on Tinder. Okay, we can go with that one. We can go with that one. Octo Gifted Experience, morning fella. How you doing? How you doing? I tell you, there's a couple of things I probably want to show you, but in a half time, what I want to do, I'm going to go and set something up here pretty soon. Stay with me for a second. I'm going to set something up, and we're going to look at it as fast as I can get this going. Right, bring me that. Bring me that. Bring me that. And as soon as we get onto mine, yes, there you go. Right, fine. Okay, we're good. I'm going to bring that in, guys. I'm going to take you online with me, so come with me online for a couple of seconds. Excusez-moi. And just get me side up there. Da-da-ding, da-da-ding, da-da-ding. There we go. Display capture. Right, let's get online, babies. Right, I want to show you something. Something right now. There's the stadium coming through. Everything's good. But what I want to show you is a different channel. You can start to see the studio there. Hello, hello, hello. That's what we want. X. So, there you go. If you're looking online, you're going to see my X page right now, Ultimate Soccer Show YouTube, for 9/11 posts. It's 9/11 for Vancouver right now. Absolutely. Now, moving down, I want to show you something. We're talking about the Vancouver prices of tickets and stuff. Take a look at that. Have a look at that. We're talking BC Place, Vancouver, 2026 World Cup prices. I ask you, do you want to pay those prices? I've been to many, many games, and above the most expensive tickets I've paid for, they've been in the $120, $130 price range. I'm okay with that. And even if you pushed it to $200 per match anywhere in the stadium, I'd be fine with that. But I'm not fine with nearly $500 per person for your Australia to the game to be determined. Canada, Qatar, $623 to start it. BC Place, I've been there many times. And you know one thing? I haven't seen it filled to the gills yet for a Canadian soccer match. I have for Vancouver, the Whitecaps, but I haven't for the Canadian national team. And you want them prices to be for real? You look at New Zealand, Egypt, $367. Canada, $623. Canada, Switzerland, the big game. Now, Canada blows that out, which we're expecting them will. It might cost them a place in a good round. They're probably going to get out of the group, I'm saying that. But that's then 645. So Qatar is 623. Switzerland is 645. I ask you this. Do you think those two matches are equal stature? Qatar, Switzerland against Canada at the same venue? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I really don't. Do you think that Switzerland is only worth $22 more than Qatar? I don't. I'm going to show you another one. Get into this, you'll see another one. June 26th, Belgium, New Zealand. Only $400. Belgium, way bigger team than Canada. Only $400. Or 402. Yeah. The next one, first in B to be determined. Yeah. 557. And then you've got a round of 16. You don't even know who's playing. Match 85 winner, match 87 winner for $1,111. Take your family and get a mortgage. That's $4,444. You're going to go broke. You're going to go broke. You're really going to go broke. And then take a look at that eyesore. 2026 FIFA World Cup final, $4,185. Cheapest ticket for the Euro 2024 final, $85. You hear what I'm saying? You totally can. And as I said, in Sweden, VAR, they don't have VAR. They shoved the red card to VAR and said, keep it to yourselves. Why? Because the fans own 51% of each club in Sweden, and the fans said, no, not having it. Not going to be the way we want to play. Not going to be that way. Quickly going to run up and see what the stats are doing on this match here. But yeah, ticket prices are going through the roof. And I think that honestly, someone needs to say something about it. The $60 tickets in the handfuls, yeah, that doesn't change the day. That's damage control by FIFA on those $60 tickets. That's like selling a big bunch of newspapers to sway public opinion. And it doesn't sway my opinion. And it doesn't sway my knowledge. And I've been to World Cups, and you probably have too. And we never got ripped off like this by any nation. Maybe all that money is going to security. I don't know. Maybe it's going to the TV companies. I don't know. But it's definitely too bloody expensive, don't you think? I'm going to quickly bring up CRUZ and the stats for you so you can have a look. And so can I. 1 second. There we go. Coming on up. 5-0 aggregate, as you can see. Bringing up the stats. I wonder what the final score is going to be. It's 5 now. I was looking at 6 or 7 before the match, so this one could end 5-0. But on the stats on the doors, yeah? Let's go to the road team first. And that's the wrong one. That's the wrong match. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to have to go back out here and get this done properly. That's not Vancouver Whitecaps. And that's funny because a lot of people were literally listing this match as Vancouver Whitecaps. I'm not going to say who. It was a little mistake, but a few entities did the same thing. And I sort of looked at that and went, that's not right. Now you can see the proper thing we've got going on. Luca Romero, 2 goals, 37-45 plus 1, very quickly back to back. He really wasn't the one that you thought was going to make it happen. You were thinking probably Gabriel Fernandez was going to be the guy, but he didn't get it done. So there we go. 2-0 at half-time. Looking at the stats, 8 shots for CRUZ AZUL, 4 on target. 74% possession, as you would expect. There's no shocker with that. 3 fouls on the day, 1 yellow card, 1 offside and 4 corners, as the pressure dictated. Looking at Vancouver, it's a distressful sign when you look at the numbers. 1 shot, it was on target. We're 1 for 1. 26% possession, 10 fouls, 1 yellow card, and that's it. That's it. Very defensive structured, very defensive minded. It's not going to go any other way. But that's what we got so far. And like I say, Sweden and the rest of the guys don't have VAR. And the prices are what they are, guys. The prices are what they are. Let me know if you're going to a World Cup. Let me know what your price of your ticket is. Let me know which city you're going in and what country you're traveling into. And if you're coming from overseas to USA, Canada, or Mexico, how much is that all costing you? Because I put it to you this way. You spend $800-900 on a short flight. It could be a lot more, a couple of grand if you're coming from Oz, yeah, New Zealand. But let me know what the prices are. What is it going to cost you? Really? Okay, let's go into the chat. Maybe $400 max. Angus says, I have never paid more than $100. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Canada will be more expensive. I tell you, I've seen the prices that the stadiums are putting out there, and I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. For a country like Canada, I've lived here 32 years, but for the last 5 years, and only the last 5 years, Canada is becoming a soccer nation. Where'd you get the arrogance to strip your fans of all that money? When you have no, really, you have no top flight existence. We're only getting there now. For eons, we were like round the 100 jobby in FIFA rankings, going nowhere fast. Many coaches, players with no passion, just turning up, going through the motions. Yeah? Now it's a different story. Only the last 5 years has Canada become a big club, per se. But the arrogance of the prices is killing me, I tell you what. I say again, there is a recession in North America that they don't talk about. That families may well, if they go to a World Cup match, will have to sacrifice something in the year that they don't do. This ticket to a World Cup match is like a vacation for a family going somewhere for 3 to 5 days. That's the difference. This World Cup match they go to will only be 90 minutes plus. An hour and a half. Plus concessions, travel, hotels, food, everything else. I got to tell you, it's not impressive. Not impressive whatsoever. That's what I think. The lowest listed price must be nosebleed seats. And they are. The seats right up there, they are lower in price, but they're still outrageous. I looked at the tickets yesterday at BMO Field in Toronto. Tickets way up. Still looking for $1,000. Way up in the bleeds. Why would you pay that? Why would you pay that? Honestly. And again, if you were following a team that's definitely guaranteed to win the World Cup, like you're on the Argentinian train, we're going to do the double, win the cup again, then you probably might want to pay that because you're watching a big team and you're watching a contender. And that's a different issue. But when you come into the World Cup and you're not a contender, why would you blow such money and risk a second mortgage? Searching up Mexico, Korea. Give me a second. I'll do that for you. Nosebleeds, absolutely. And Angus says, I think that many group stage matches will be very empty. I absolutely agree. I cannot see them selling out. I cannot see them selling out for a minute. I think it will be, percentage-wise, the least visited World Cup in stadia in history. That's what I'm looking for. Who's going to go and watch the minnows? Look at when Canada plays down in the States. Who turns out and watches us? It's like the scene we've got right now with CRUZ AZUL. Yeah? Just do it that way. Think about it that way. Okay, you want to look at Mexico and Korea. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's go Mexico, Korea. Boom, in a second. Mexico, Korea. So let's go Mexico, Korea. Get you out of there. 1 second. Keep you looking there. Mexico. Korea. Let's see what we've got going on. Mexico, Korea, 7 p.m. Nothing happening right now. I'll get a click. That's on the 18th, though, yeah? That's coming up on the 18th. And Friendly's 2-2. That was on the 9th. So still coming up for you. Still coming up for you. But we'll get there when we get there. But right now, I'm going to put up... 1 second. Get rid of that. Don't need it. Bring it back. OBS. Thanks, guys. Let's get back to the screen. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick 2 minutes break. What I'm going to leave you as I go is, if it will come up and play nicely. Just 1 second. There we go. I think I've got to go the other way. There we go. That's what I need. There we go. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, come back for the game. And I will be back ASAP, don't worry. getting started. But I'm going to go quickly, grab a cuppa, and I'll be back in like 60 seconds. It won't take long at all. Just stay right there. I'll be right back. I am back with you guys, don't worry, I am back with you. We're watching the match. Just had a quick run to the fridge to get another pop. There we go. So where are we going to go? How far is this going to go? Is it going to finish 6? Is it going to finish 7? Is it going to go 8? What are CRUZ AZUL about in the second half? I know Fernandez wants a goal, and he's not happy with what happened in the first half. So let's see. 2-0 on the night. Was 3-0 in Vancouver with the late goal by Pardea. Campagna now all the way back to Irving. Irving taking a touch, taking his time. Foot on the ball, having a look. Back to Matteo, stroking out to Proctor. Down low. Back to Proctor. Goes past one. Fires it down. But then again, CRUZ AZUL pick up possession and go back to work one more time. The blue wave is coming back on. The white of VFC coming over halfway down the left side. The one thing CRUZ AZUL do very well is move the ball extremely well into no pressure zones. They keep possession the easy way. If you were brave, you'd have your forwards sitting up on the halfway line just to kill that open space and put pressure on the Blues with the ball. Just like that, but up higher. Vancouver now into the game. Are we going to see a stronger second half from Vancouver like we did in the first leg? If so, we may see Vancouver get close to putting a shot on net. 1 shot in the first half. 8 for CRUZ AZUL. 4 on target CRUZ AZUL. 1 on target Vancouver. But again, coming down the left side. Manufacturing a nice little move inside. Give and go all the way. Gives and goes. Cross comes in. Goes out for the corner. Fernandez not able to get the cross in. Campagna closing down. A long way to go. A long way to go. Let's see how this finishes on the night. Corner coming in. 48 minutes gone. An empty stadium. Beautiful empty stadium. Heading in. All the way through. Shot coming back on net. Takes a deflection. Corner ball. On days where you know there's not going to be any fans, what I would do if I was the club, I would invite all children under the age of 16 into the stadium for free. Ball in the corner. Great header. Cleared one more time. VFC clearing the danger all the way down the field. Ochoa in his own half gets the ball, strokes it to the right side, just in his own territory. Excuse me. Vancouver now breaking with the ball through the middle. I tell you what, it's tugged on the shoulder there, but the referee doesn't see that. Slows him down getting through. And if you hadn't noticed, it seems Mr. Ditter not on the field. Again, CRUZ AZUL well in control of the match, looking for the give and goes on the left side. It worked the first time, tries it the second time, doesn't get anywhere. Vancouver now breaking over halfway. Moving slowly, getting caught for speed, getting caught in possession, still has possession, take a shot on net. Nice shot, but the keeper lets it go through. Amisi puts one in from 35 yards, not a bad effort. Second shot on the night for Vancouver FC, sadly off target. But again, at least showing intent. It whips in very nicely, and did it take a touch? Ochoa out of his goal, taking the goal kick. This is a tactic I really have nightmares over when the goalie gets off his line and is in the position where he is now. Lose possession with the kick, you got an open goal. I have no idea in the modern day why the keeper would want to be so far out of his net to the left. Maybe further forward in the box, absolutely. But sweeper keepers, they just bring nightmares to your doorstep. Look at that. Nightmare awaiting on your doorstep. Modern day goalkeeping. Defensive frailties is what I call it. And what happens to the time where you saw a shot blasted in and the keeper came and grabbed it out of the air, whether that be a cross, a shot, or a header? All this pushing the ball back into the mixer. I tell you, it's not the best defensive tactic that I would love to employ. Again, CRUZ now trying to pick the lock. Ball over the far side. Doesn't make it. Headed out by Vancouver one more time. Nice physical play by Vancouver. Moving the ball down the left side. Lovely play now. Run, Rabbit. Run, Rabbit. Come on, get inside. I tell you what. Not a bad effort, but that anticipation. People need to anticipate the move. A great move. Ball goes the other way, and now Vancouver coming under pressure. Will they get the third goal? That's a nice cross coming in, all the way going on the other side. They keep possession, does go out. Linesman calls it. But from a great attack for Vancouver, they go straight into defence. Does well to get that ball across, I got to say. Wraps his foot right around it. Tom Field letting it go out, which had already gone out before it bounces back in. Callum now to the left side, inviting pressure from CRUZ AZUL in their own box. Ball on the left side, just on the edge of the box. Goes past one. Looking for the inside sweep. He gets it. Taps it off. Still in possession on the edge of the box. It's all very tight. You know where it's going. Ball crosses in. And nearly a difficult own goal. Should be 3-1 here. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Gabriel literally should have had that in the back of the net. Complaining about the shirt being pulled again. Not for the first time. I think Callum, in retrospect, could have just let that go round. But Fernandez is right with the shirt grabbing there. Campagna had a good pound and a half of Gabriel's shirt as he was shooting. He had a point. He has a point. Again, CRUZ AZUL now moving on the right side, coming over halfway. Moving forward in numbers. Just bringing up another screen, guys. There we go, that's what I need. There we go. That's what I need. Thank you very much. Ten shots to 2 right now. That's what we've got. And I've got to say, a few players on the Vancouver team I am impressed with. Proctor, for one, he's really endearing himself to Eagles fans right now. I tell you that for sure. Look for him to have a big season. We've got Crawford, Katara, and Dave Norman Jr. coming on for VFC. 3 changes. Very, very smart. At the right time. I love changes at 55 minutes. I love changes at 55 minutes. But players coming in, players coming out. Dave Norman Jr., literally a very experienced head. Used to be with Calvary FC. Lot of experience. Strong guy. Keeps it together very well. Crawford's coming on. He can have some impacts moving the ball up front as well. So 3 decent positive changes for Vancouver coming in. Let's see what matters and see what difference it makes to the match. Ochoa now bringing it down on the edge of his 6-yard area with a little difficulty, unlike a Mexicano player, and that ball does not bobble that on this field at all. Again, I'm going to say this field is not the best. Certainly not the best. Not the worst, but so not the best. And CRUZ AZUL normally play their matches at Azteca, but they don't play at the Azteca right now due to refurbishments for 2026 FIFA World Cup in Mexico. More fans in the stadium now than before. But again, sad little crowd, but it is reality, yeah? It is reality. There's a recession on worldwide. You've got to spend your money wisely. Ball coming to the left side now. Acres of space. CRUZ AZUL moving the ball with ease. Under no pressure. Trying to suck Vancouver out. Opening up the space in behind defence. Again, from left to right, right to left. Getting Vancouver a little dizzy. Moving the ball. Should be coming inside. It does come inside. Looking for the tic-tac-toe. Gets tic-tac-toe. Little fine play. Nicely defended by Doma. He runs in there and clears the danger. Well done, Doma. Vancouver now. Under much pressure. Man down. CRUZ AZUL. Referee doesn't see anything. Handball. Should be a free kick coming out to Vancouver. And the foul that the referee missed. Garcia's down. Gets back up. Oh, she's touching him again. Yeah, she can't stop touching the players. Katara, Pisile. Pisile had a decent match so far. Katara's going to bring a little bit more physicality for the rest of the match. I think Martin Nash is literally trying to keep this as low as it can be. 2-0 right now would not be a bad score. 2-0 is better than what it was prior to. Ball all the way back now. Campagna on the edge of his 6-yard box. Into the left portion of the left attack, but Doma has no space and is fouled. Free kick coming up. That's an easy free kick. And running away with the ball. No talking to by the referee. Needs a talking to. Going back into the chat because you guys did. We'll be dropping chats as I was just out there for 30 seconds. T2S says maybe $400 max. It better be Canada versus Germany. Just one game though. I'm good with that. I think that's a price where you could put the price up, yeah? Number one, Canada is a host and Germany is a big, not the biggest, but a big European nation. Therefore, I think you can push that in. Doma takes a dive. That's never a foul. It's never a foul. I don't know why Doma goes down to ground. Because if he keeps running, he may well get that ball. Take a second look. He's around him and takes the dive. He gets the free kick, but he takes the dive. Would it not be better to go with motivation that you've got? You've beat the man already. You dived yourself. Go round the man. Get in the box. Take the box into the pressure zone. Make a few defenders' lives uneasy. And then find a simple stroke off for someone to slam it on net. Free kick coming up. Montano organising the wall. Number 10. Tino Bar with the free kick. Is it an in-swinger? Is it an out-swinger? I'd be going with the out-swinger. Tino Bar would not be the guy to take it. Out-swinger. There you go. Coming with the out-swinger. Too far, too far, too far, too far. It's a few times tonight we've seen free kicks going way too far. Not just Vancouver FC, though. Not just Vancouver FC. Angus says the lowest listed prices must be nosebleed seats. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Nosebleeds, T2S says as well. Yes. And many group stage matches are going to be empty. Angus says that as well. And there's your Saudi sign on the billboard. Going down the left side. CRUZ AZUL now. Using the ball very well. From left to right. Right to left all match long. They change the play. And keep Vancouver's defence rocking left to right. Even Ochoa is playing as a centre-back right now. They've got that much time on the ball and are that comfortable in the match that Ochoa, you'll probably find him standing very close to the halfway line or the centre circle as CRUZ AZUL go deeper upfield. But they're moving the ball very nicely, I've got to say. Nice interchange, nice use of the ball, into space. All passes into feet. Everything's close, easy to control. But every pass, not into pressure zones, into feet, looking for the man in space. And the man in space gets the ball. And that's how they're going to run this clock down and keep Vancouver looking to get a touch on the ball, but never getting anything really as far as maybe 1 or 2 moments of possession. If Vancouver could get a couple of minutes possession, things could happen. CRUZ now coming on the back. Does he get the shot? Is it the hat-trick? Still has the ball. Taps off. Little crossover. It's in the back of the net. It's called down. It's in the back of the net. It's 3-0. Romero. I quoted, does he get the hat-trick? He just got the hat-trick. Take a look on that one. Take a look on that one. Mexico versus Korea tickets. We're going to get to that one next. CRUZ AZUL fans wearing the same shirt that I got behind. They've got old shirts in the crowd. Oh, yes. But Romero, hat-trick. 3 goals on the night. Take a look at the keeper. Take a look at the keeper, the flat feet. And unluckily goes in off him. Deflected before it gets on him. But flat feet will kill you every time. 3-0. Let's have a look from behind the goal again, please, Mr. Cameraman. Mr. Cameraman. 3-0 it is. So, equal. 3-0, 3-0. In mi casa, tu casa. Home and away. Boom. 3-0. Both games. Come on, Vancouver. Let's have a goal. Is there a goal in this team? Whip that ball down the ring. Now, Domo. Pass and move, pass and move. If you stand still, you're going nowhere. You got to pass, move, run. You got to run your bum off. And again, Vancouver now need to get the ball, pass it around for a couple of minutes, get in the game, and love that ball. Hold the ball, love the ball. Mexico Korea tickets, T2S says $2,000 nosebleeds. Imagine Mexicans. They can't even go support their own team. That's crazy, isn't it, eh? It really is pricing out real fans away from their teams. Listen, if you're rich, mega. Ball down the right side, coming down the left side. Big fight for the ball. Are we going to win a corner out here? Definitely looks like it went out there. Crawford fighting. Comes up with nothing. And the ball launched all the way down the field. Still going to stay in play. Mateo Campagna back to the keeper. And Callum Irving on the box. But yeah, $2,000 tickets. Mexico, Korea. Real Mexican fans, right? From real heart and soul in the montañas in Mexico, Sinaloa, all around Guadalajara, it doesn't matter where. But you're going to see those fans not get to the game. They'll go to the stadium or the city and they'll celebrate the win or the match with fellow Mexican amigos y amigas. But they won't pay for them tickets. $2,000 for 90 minutes. $2,000 for 90 minutes. Who wants to pay that? Really? Who can afford to pay that with ease? Only the rich. So then you're taking the normal people who work hard for their money. You're taking the chance of taking their family away to a World Cup. You're taking it away from them. You're pricing it away from them. At those prices, let's say you got a wife and 3 kids. It's 10 grand plus tax for 90 minutes. I could go around the world on a lovely vacation for that. I think people need to look at watching it at TV like we said about an hour ago. Save your money. Let FIFA realise what they've done. Bad politicians in the sport of football do not get the money. They get the boycott. I would say boycott going, but watching on TV with your family, with your friends, and make it a World Cup to remember without leaving your home or your living room. Because that's the most ideal way to do it. And I'd join you. And I'll tell you another thing. I will not take a media ticket to a World Cup game. Coming down the left side, cross comes in, well blocked. But I won't take the media ticket to any of them World Cup games. If I'm going to go to a World Cup game, I pay my way. Why? Why? I will not take a fan or his seat away from him or her by me having a free ticket or a ticket that's given to me by the organising committee. I won't take it. Never did, don't want it. I pay my way. All fans deserve to be there. 65 minutes in now. Vancouver, 3-0 down. CRUZ AZUL very comfortable. Probably going to turn and pass back. Where's he going to go next? Going the tic-tac-toe through defence, and he's coming all the way back. There you go. Back to the heart defence. Setting up another motion of a wave called a blue wave coming back on us all match long. For 2 matches, the blue wave has literally been encircling like sharks around Vancouver's penalty box. Literally like sharks. They're not snapping at every little move we make. They're only lunging in when they know they're going to score. Beautiful tic-tac-toe. I tell you, is he going to get number 4? It's going past, going out wide, leaving it for the corner. Lovely setup. Lovely setup. Romero doing his thing tonight. Does he get another one? Time for a swig of pop. No advertising here. I'm covering it up just like Ronaldo would. It's water, remember? Vancouver fans having a great time at home with the last match. Vancouver fans in this stadium, very few, but still enjoying it. Short corner, cross coming in, far post. There you go, number 4. A thing of beauty. Absolute thing of beauty. Great header. 4-0. It's getting to be close to 6 or 7. I said 6 or 7 on the night. We got 6. And at this rate, it will be more. The reason why it's going to probably be more and more and more is that altitude really is kicking in right now. Let's face it. That altitude is kicking in. If you live in Mexico, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about with Mexico City, Ciudad de Mexico. Oh yeah, I see. It's hot. It's humid. The altitude will kill you. But that beautiful header left Callum Irving absolutely rooted to the ground. 4-0 as it is. T2S says, I'm not rich. Absolutely, I know you're not rich, mate. I'm with you. I'm with you. But I'm just saying, it seems that FIFA think that all the fans are rich. Oh, referee's having a heart attack. She's having a heart attack. Somebody just run away from her. Oh dear, she's having a heart attack. I thought she was going to start crying. I really did. She's having a word with everybody. Look at Gabriel. He's like, what the hell? I tell you. She wants to talk to everybody tonight, eh? Vancouver going down the left wing. Gino Ball, 1-on-2, 1-on-3. Still has the ball. Going like an absolute skillful Madonna-style player. Well done, Tino. Throw him off the field. Well done, son. Well done, Tino Bar. Good battle. He really is showing on the right team that he could step up. If people are watching this Vancouver team tonight, they won't pick any stars out because they don't probably know the players. But if they knew this team in and out, you'd know Tino Bar has a lot of skill, and he's a player coming off right now, substituting out for Tyrone Campbell. But Tino Bar, he's definitely got the level to step up. Campbell, not so. Tyrone Campbell, not real pace, doesn't anticipate too much, very generic, very basic, very direct. More substitutions coming in on the right. Edebay's in the team. Goal kick coming up. 69 minutes, 70 minutes coming up. Ochoa now on the edge of his 6-yard box. Hasn't had too much to look at all night long, apart from goal kicks. And maybe a sloppy back pass, but that's about it. But look at the ease with which they move the ball in tight spaces. Ochoa, the keeper, not panicking, playing in triangles. Absolutely perfect. Played out of defence. No panic. A well-oiled machine. Like I said at the head of this, CRUZ AZUL in mid-season. Vancouver in out of season. And when you're out of season, you're not an oiled machine. And CRUZ AZUL is moving like an oiled machine. Ball on the edge of the box now. 4-0 down. Can it be 5? Is CRUZ AZUL looking for the 5th? Coming to the left side now. Looking for the pass down the line. There you go. Cross coming in. No, good. Piece of defending one more time. Defending-wise, Vancouver hasn't done a bad job. Ball into the... Is he offside? Into the box. Cleared one time. Gets the shot off and deflected for a corner. Was he offside in the initial play? Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. Going for the goal kick. Apparently it was offside. Came in a little late, don't you think? I may well be attending the post-match for Vancouver after this online. I'll have to see, guys. I'll have to see. But T2S, hey, even the rich are going to feel the pinch at this World Cup, my friend. Even the rich will feel the pinch. Ball on the halfway line. Edebere kicks the ball away. It's not really kicking the ball away. It's not worthy of any talking to by any referee for that. Keeps the ball in play. Well done, well done, well done. Vancouver now. Playing it short, keeping possession. Trying to manufacture something again. Irvin now on the edge of his box. Nice play. All the way through. And that's what you got to do. Slip the pass. Coming all the way back to Ochoa. Well defended again. CRUZ AZUL. Throw-in coming up. Vancouver FC. Just 1 second. Free kick coming up, perhaps. No free kick. I tell you what, that's definitely not the right call there. Look at this. You've got 7 guys against 4. Ball needs to come to the left side far post. Oh, I tell you. Oh, my life. Talk about embarrassing. Talk about embarrassing. That's 5. Is it? Is it? Is it? Altitude. 5-0 now. Remember, I said before the game I was looking for 3, 4 or 5. We got the 5. Martin Nash not too happy with that. But it is 5. 5-0. 5-0. CRUZ AZUL. At home at the Quatamach. Let's take a closer look. Do you see any trouble? No offsides. Doma hanging with the ball. You don't do that in your own box. You clear that ball out one time only. What a brain-dead play. I'm sorry, but that's a brain-dead play. You do not stop, control it, try and flick it on your own 6-yard box when your keeper's telling you, get it the hell out of there. That's a schoolboy error. That's a schoolboy error. Why are you stopping the ball right there? Take a look. And if you think about the Canadian national team, Luca Forgerelis, and also I'll say this one, Nico Seeger, he got Canada scored on with an exactly the same style goal. What is it with defenders who want to hang on to the ball in their own 6-yard box with your face to the goal and your back to all the players behind you, knowing not what's coming your way? You got to get it out. As the old adage says, when in doubt, get it out. Doma cost Vancouver that 5th goal on his own. Clear the ball. Clear the danger. Get it out of there. 5-0 down. 20 minutes maybe to go with added time. Who says it's maybe 5, maybe 4 minutes added time? But right now we've got at least 15 minutes plus. 5-0 down. Let's see what the final score is. Vancouver now moving down the left side. Passing it off. Take a shot on net, son. Nice play. Ochoa saves it. But Martin Nash not too happy with that final 5th goal there so far. I'll say this as well. The big team in the Canadian Premier League, Forge FC. And no, they're not the champions. I know Atletico Ottawa is from last year. But the big team, Forge FC, got battered 4-1 last night by Tigres. In the first match, finishes 0-0. Tigres didn't really impress. Forge FC could have gone 2-0 up in that match and didn't. Quality failed. In this match, the only difference is that quality in the final third. Right now it's 5-0. So we've got a 5-0 and a 4-1 with 2 Canadian Premier League teams going into Mexico, and they both are getting battered. What does that tell you? What it tells me, in simple terms, is that the CPL, Canadian Premier League, is not the same level as Liga MX or Major League Soccer. It's not even close. On average, Mexican teams, US teams will have no issues going by or going past Canadian Premier League teams. They're League 1, we're League 3. Look at it that way, and it's that simple. They have the quality, and we have guys busting their ass to try and stay in the game, where they have guys stroking it around, dominating the game. Doma again now, he's going to get caught. Wisely puts it back to Callum. Dona had a good game last game. He's been a little bit silent this one. Defensively, he's been there, but he hasn't really added much to the game. Going down the left side one more time. Vancouver not going to make that. Going out of play. Goal kick for CRUZ AZUL. 13 minutes plus added time. 13 minutes plus added time. Again, some of these calls that are not given against. Watch this. Hands on, hands on. And some of the calls that this referee has not given tonight, I tell you now, I shake my head. But again, Doma collecting it, controlling it, piddling around on his own 6-yard box. And again, Martin Nash with the lady on the sideline, the woman 4th official, asking for the foul and got no reaction. Like a deer in the headlights. CRUZ now, moving over, halfway, going down the right side, looking to get number 6, moving with intent. First touch not that good, but they still keep possession. And that fitness and that comfortability in high elevation, which is natural for them. They love it. Mexico needs to play all their games in Mexico. If they do that, they'll go far. Ochoa now on his own goal line, collecting the ball. Tyrone Campbell, he's been on the field for 5 minutes. He looked like he's been out there for 25. Covered in sweat, breathing heavy. He's only just got in the game. Next live watch along we're doing, guys, is Wrexham away at Bristol City. Far post now. CRUZ AZUL moving with ease. Hits the referee. Ball comes back. He has to be a drop ball. It has to be a drop ball. Five, four, three, two. Thank you. Get the ball down. Great battling again by Vancouver, keeping the ball. Could have been called 2 fouls on that one, not just the one. But why would you call it when he gets the ball released? No sense at all. Vancouver just want to keep the ball moving. They don't need the free kick. Try playing a game at a high level of intensity, and you'll realise how important that is to keep that ball moving. Lovely shot of the Ultras. There's only about 60 of them in that big, massive section, but those flags make it look like there's 6,000. CRUZ now on the edge of the box, moving the ball up the left side. Nice and steady, as they've been all night long. Free kick coming up. Easy free kick, easy call. Gabriel Fernandez taken out by Paris G. Ball now going down the left side. Easy take. CRUZ keeping possession. Going through the middle. Needs to go right side. Needs to go extreme right side now. Goes right side. Doubling up on the defender. Well defended by VFC one more time, but CRUZ again, time after time, winning the first ball, winning the second ball, winning the third ball, staying in possession, and now you know, great shot, well collected. You don't see that every day. A keeper collecting it, catching it, not punching it. Well done, Callum. Doma down the right side. Up to Campbell. Vancouver moving with pace. Another free kick coming up. Katara going down. Too easy. There's one point about winning the free kick, but at some stage you have to stay on your feet. VFC on the edge of CRUZ AZUL box. Cross comes all the way to the right side. Doma takes it down, keeps it in, taps off for the give and go, and loses the possession. It's definitely fitness at this stage of the guys. It's definitely this stage. It's fitness, guys. It really is. Ball needs to go left side. Wide open left winger. Looking for the ball. Goes in. He's on goal. Looking and asking, screaming for the ball. Far side. Doma now getting back, covering. Free kick called against Dave Norman. Off the ball. Some of the strangest calls in this match tonight, I've got to tell you. I really don't know where this referee's head is. I really don't. I've seen some of the strangest calls. She does not have control of this match, is what I'm saying. Even when you look how she's marshalling the free kick, she doesn't have control of this match. I mean, that call coming in there, erratic. Erratic. There's no methodry of flow to her refereeing right now. That is so erratic. Ball coming in. No, Romero doesn't get it. Way over the top. Romero wanted to take a shot on there for number 4, but he doesn't get the opportunity. But again, strange call. Davey Norman books. Doma's limping. He's had a tough day, as have all the guys. They've run their race. VFC have run their race. The fitness levels are at max and are dipping. Callum Irving also pissed off with the officials. Handball there, not called. Should be a free kick for Vancouver FC. Easy to call. Linesman doesn't see it. Referee called that one. All the way back. Nice little chip from Callum down the left side. Can we use this ball? Good ball inside, but that's all away. And maybe it runs out. Well collected. It stays inside. I think it went out. And I tell you what, you've definitely got to look at that. What kind of refereeing are we seeing? Take a look at the ball. Is the ball completely out? From your angle, you think it is, but from the line angle, I probably think it isn't. An offside call for that. Where was the offside? What kind of game are we running here? Five minutes to go of this very painful match. Ball getting slid through. CRUZ AZUL slicing through. Vancouver one more time. The give and goes on right now. And very acute little shot. Could have been number 6, but it's not. Corner ball coming up. All pressure on Vancouver for the last 5 minutes. Ball into the mixer, going out for a goal kick. Looking at Mateo Campagna, walking in the box right now in the 6-yard area. Looks absolutely exhausted. But the 5-0 scoreline, definitely reality. I called 4 or 5 before the match started. It is what it is. Look at the size of that club. The history, the years it's been around, 1927, I believe, and Vancouver's 100 years plus behind that club. You don't get to CRUZ AZUL's stature in 3 years. Think about that. Ochoa now. Final few minutes on his edge of his 6-yard box, stroking out to the right side. Azul moving the ball forward, going over halfway, gets rebounded, coming back into the mixer, defended one more time, going out for throw at halfway for Vancouver FC. Campbell's a player that I'm very surprised Vancouver have brought back again. He does score goals, but the pace, the athleticism, they could find someone younger, quicker, with more pace. Ball over the top, he's offside. Ochoa will get there first of all, but he's offside. I can't recollect number 30, Ochoa, in goal for CRUZ AZUL. I cannot recollect him having to do anything tonight. He was busier in Vancouver in the second half, but so far haven't seen anything from him tonight. One-way traffic? Not so much. But one-way quality? Absolutely. 5 goals, knowing how to get there, reading the play, and physically stronger, faster, fitter, and lasting longer than VFC. Vancouver do not have this altitude to train in. You can go to Dallas, you can go into Texas, you can start doing your thing. But they don't have the same altitude as here, and the humidity. And it's reality. Canadian clubs that go into Mexico and get a result, you've done something monumental. Ball kept alive. Is it blown down? Dave Norman Jr. getting in there again. Dave Norman Jr. will not back down. I can guarantee you that. Physical nature buddy. Hello, here's Mr. Cabby. Here's the soccer cat. His name is Cabby. If you don't know Cabby, he comes in and he has his little treat. There you go, Cabs. There you go. You have a little treat and I'll see you in a bit. There you go, Mr. Cabby. C-A-B-B-Y. There you go. That's his spot. He'll come in once to the game. When he comes in, he's normally a lucky charm. He needed to come in before. All Wrexham matches all through the year. He comes in for the Wrexham matches. Mateo Campagna suffering down there with a little bit of cramp. And a lovely little amiga cheering on her CRUZ AZUL blues. Martin's having a swig or two of water. Bit of a lonely place right now, but hey, not long to go. 1 minute plus added time, and the pain will be over. But what have Vancouver learned out of this match? What will they take from this match over the 2 games? Ball moving down the left side now. Can Vancouver make one last foray down the left side and attack Ochoa for the first time in the match? Ball into the top. Going away. Did it take a knock off the defender? Or is it a goal kick? Looks like a goal kick. Probably is. Got a minute to go. "5-0 on the night. CRUZ AZUL. The game is nearly done. Racing. He will not get there. Oh, how unlucky can you be? How unlucky can you be? Oh, my life. How unlucky can you be? Where's the communication, Callum? Unfortunately, for CRUZ AZUL, it's offside. It's still 5-0. Let's take a look at this one. And I don't know. Okay, check the ball through and check where the linesman is. The linesman is so far behind play there, there's no way she could have read that play. I'm asking myself how she could have called that if she's not level with the last defender. She was not level. There is no way you can call that legally. You've got to be level with the last defender. And that, I'm honest with you, that's one of the biological traits or differences when you put a female technical team on the field against a men's match. The ball's down the wing. 9 times out of 10, the female cannot keep up with the male at sprinting, chasing the ball down the line. It's something I've watched for years. It happens in every game. If you can't read the line, you can't judge it. You have to ignore it. There we go, full time. And it is 5-0 on the night. Vancouver players looking dejected, looking disappointed. They've got nothing out of this. But the experience itself, what do they take from this experience? Angus Woodworth, I talked to my son on the phone. It's suddenly 5-0. It is. It happened very quick. And just like the first match, and you got to say, Forge FC and Vancouver, first matches, first half they were in it. Second half they fade away fast. Last night, Forge FC got destroyed late in the match. This match, we got destroyed late in the match as well. Sorry, Cabs. Let's make some space for you, buddy. Let's make some space for you. What do you think of the game? Didn't like that game? Well, wait. Wrexham's coming up on the weekend. Yeah. Bristol City away. It's going to be a tough game, but don't you worry. There's points on the board, and Wrexham are going for promotion for the 4th time back-to-back. So I've got to say, it is what it is. I'm going to close down in 2 to 3 minutes because I'm going to race off to that pre- and post situation with Martin and the guys. Yes, I'm going to go live down there with the teams in the studio. So let's just talk for 3 minutes. Let's get up all what we have online. Let's look at the stats. One more time, I'm just going to bring it back on us. Just a second. There we go. Refresh it, and we'll talk about stats on the match. But thanks, everybody, for joining in. 5-0 was what I was expecting. It finished that way. It is reality. Itchy nose tells me I'm always going to get goals scored. But on the night, 16 shots on net, 8 on target for CRUZ AZUL. 73%, still itching, 73% possession, 11 fouls, 1 yellow card, 3 offsides, and 8 corners. Not bad. And 5 goals on the night. Vancouver FC, no goals, 3 shots, 2 on target. Very, very, very good. 1-on-1 at half-time. So 2 more shots in the second half and 1 more on target. Possession stayed the same, 27%. Fouls, 15. Yellow cards, 1. No red cards to speak about. 2 offsides and no corners. That's what we've got. CRUZ AZUL, champions, moving through, worthy of it. You really couldn't see this going any other way, and it isn't going to go any other way. In the next round, it's going to be interesting to see who CRUZ get. But I've got to say, they've done a fantastic job. They've done a fantastic job on this one. 8-0 aggregate. Sounds a bit rough, but that's reality. That is reality. But hey, Angus, everybody else, T2S. I'm going to take a look at about Octo Gifted Experience. Can't ignore anybody. We've got everybody in here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Michael, Tony, Angus, Lance Wildwood, obviously. C2S, Angus. Just making sure I got no one else forgotten because that would be rude, no? Got the money bags. Donald and Infantino, best friends. I love that one, T2S. Donald and Infantino, best friends. And they probably are, yeah? And the Peace Prize. He's got the Peace Prize. Yeah. I know. Guys, I'm going to head to the press conference. And like I say, this was reality. I had to bring this. I'm going to be covering Vancouver all season. You know what I mean, Cabby? Going to be covering Vancouver all season. And then we'll see what they do for the rest of the season. Do you want that out of your way? You want to come this way? There you go. He's trying to kick me in the head. He's changing his cleats as he's going off. But guys, thanks very much for coming in. Remember, Wrexham on the weekend. I've also listed a few games before we shut this down. I've also listed a few games towards the end of March. And I've also got one match listed July 19th, 2026. Do you know what that is? If you take a look at the live department at Ultimate Soccer Show, where the videos are, go to live. I'll tell you now, we've got a lot of games listed to come, live watch-alongs. July 19th is the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. I wonder who's going to be there in that final. But for that World Cup, we're going to bring a show daily when matches are running. And we're going to do all the meaty games as well. So all the big teams, the big international teams, we'll be looking at that. And we'll be doing watch-alongs. But any minnow team, I'm not interested in. I don't think it's fun to see someone get blown out 5-0. I don't think it's going to be fun to see a national team blown out 10-0 this World Cup. And mark my words, there will be teams that suffer dearly at this World Cup. And they can reflect on Infantino and his mob that have changed the World Cup from 32 to 48, where empty stadiums will be effervescent like they were tonight, where scorelines will be horrific until we get down to the nitty-gritty. And the round of 16, possibly, is where that World Cup will really begin. Like I say, itchy bloody nose. 5 goals, but it is what it is. Guys, I'm going to rock along. I'm going to go to the post-match, catch up with Martin and the guys and see how they're feeling. And I'll let you know in the next show. But for now, CRUZ AZUL, 8-0 aggregate, moving through as champions. There was never any doubt. Never any doubt. And they went through this without using or expending any energy. And yes, altitude did kick in a final phase. And minimal little mistakes were so costly in this match. Between the two teams, the possession wasn't really fair. 73 to 27% possession. When Vancouver did have the ball and had the confidence to pass it around and stay in possession, they were equal to CRUZ AZUL. It was just the quality on the night. And that's why the big teams pay big dinero for big players who score big goals in big games. Because quality is this. Goal scoring is the toughest thing to bring for any club on a regular. Guys, have a great night. We lost 5-0. But I'm going to the press conference.